There you go, dude. It's live.
Oh, we're live. Oh,
Dude.
drinking podcast, alcoholism podcast.
Drink and drink, dude.
3:38 on a Saturday. Half gallon of Buffalo Trace, sponsored by Buffalo Trace, sponsored by Busch Light. Anyone who's gonna give us money, please give us money. We're not doing this for the love of the game. We're doing this as a job. Please sponsor us.
One time, dude.
One time, just fucking Zyn. Any of the addictive
Dude,
companies.
honestly, we'll take like local mom and pop sponsorships.
Black Tar Heroin, sponsored by Black Tar. Please.
Dude, whatever you
We'll
want.
peddle your shit.
We'll go. Look, local drug dealers hit us up for plugs.
You know what I just had the other day? Black Tar Heroin. So good. Honestly, one of the best feelings I've ever had in my entire life. Brought to you by Black Tar. Yeah, today's sponsor, Black Tar Heroin. They gave us a free pack.
And now we have it came with a frozen glycerin spoon, actually. Frozen glycerin spoon, so you can get the purest heroin.
Cool in the lungs, dude.
Cool.
It's like smoking a Newport 100, but heroin.
It's great with the new glycerin freeze technology from Black Tar Heroin Products. It's honestly, how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel about it? I think it's
my
the best.
blood feels like a bubble bath, and I feel like I'm ready to take on the world.
My brain is feeling like it's in a waterbed, and every time
I
doing
don't
that,
care about anything.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't even know why we're recording right now because I feel so good. Sponsored by BTH.
Sponsored by BTH, dude. Black Tar Heroin. Hit them up. Go to their website, BTH.com.
Go to your local crack dealer.
Type in our promo code /slumped.
Slumped. Hashtag slumped.
Hashtag slumped.
All my
over.
slumpers out there, get in the chat and tell us your best heroin stories.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that's the best demographic to target. People with addictive personalities, dude.
Yeah,
that's what
me.
we should do, dude. We'll get them.
That's why I'm here.
That's what it is, dude. That's who we're speaking directly to.
Yeah. Shout out to all our addicts out there, struggling or not. You're only struggling if you can't afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that ass.
Just make more money.
That ass, dude. If you can, dude, you just gotta literally. If you work out, dude, you can do whatever you want, dude. That's what I think.
Dude, that's
You don't think
fact.
You don't think The Rock is bussing down lines of Black Tar Heroin when he's drinking Tremana, dude?
If you want to be cool like The Rock, you'll do Black Tar Heroin.
How do you think he got to where he is, dude? You think all those wrestling nights, dude? You think they could afford it, dude? It was the WWE back.
That was letters. You really tried there. You did your best with WWE.
Didn't even know.
If you guys want to wrestle on the web,
Black Tar Heroin.
Black Tar Heroin, sponsored by Black Tar Heroin. You don't give a fuck about pronunciation when you're on Black Tar.
Oh shit.
Yeah, now that's out of the way. That was embarrassing.
That's a good one.
What do you got going on, Steve? What's been popping in your universe?
Dude.
Nothing. All right, moving. Wow, nothing's changed.
Nothing interesting, dude. I made my cripple friend fight a lady friend the other day.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, and the crippled friend who's going to be probably one of the only listeners, Steven's friend with cerebral palsy got absolutely maliciously attacked by a blonde lady in a parking lot.
wanted to.
It
I kind of convinced him.
It kind of felt like a sex thing.
Dude, it might have been sexual. That's the thing. I wish it was like there was more of like a draw. You know, it was like two people. It was like, dude, this should have been
Some
like
ticket sales.
some throwing money. You know what I'm saying?
PPV?
50. I got 50 on the 50 on the big.
Being a bookie.
It'd be fun, dude.
Anybody got the cerebral palsy guy? Cerebral palsy guy. 50. Can I get 100? Can I get 100 on the cerebral palsy guy? He lost.
That should be our new thing. We find the drunkest people in the bar and we make them fight for money and we make everybody start throwing cash on it.
That's totally not a crime. Yeah, no, that's perfectly legal. I agree. I don't think instigating a fight is illegal. I think you can absolutely. I've attempted to instigate a plethora of fights in my career, and I genuinely don't think there's a law against it, like making people mad.
You just have to be good at it, though. So
yeah, if you're good at it, yeah.
Like, you gotta be like their friend.
There was an evening where like I spent about 20 minutes trying to get this little midget guy to fucking slap me. I mean, he's not really a midget, but he was like a 5'5" man. He's basically a midget, barely a man. And I tried to get him to punch me in the face because my friends didn't like him, so we could just beat the shit out of him. And he to be fair, he was close, but he did hold strong. I think he saw the storm on the horizon. I think he saw everyone eyeballing him from a mile away.
You guys want to jump a 5'5" guy?
Yeah, he was talking shit. He was talking shit, and like you can't justify beating up a small person unless like they throw the first punch.
Isn't that tough, dude? Isn't
Tough
that
what?
tough?
Being
Like
5'5"?
being smaller, yeah. It's like you can do, you know what I'm saying? You can talk shit. Like as somebody who's bigger, it's like if you beat them up,
not
you're the
big.
asshole.
Let's not say that you're victim weight too, but like
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it like I'm just saying in general.
I think you just said it like as someone who's bigger. You're not bigger.
I don't think I said that.
I'm pretty sure. Like, run it back if you guys are listening. But no, he definitely made it sound like. At least he made it sound
Probably
like
not.
as a big guy. You
Probably
know?
not, dude. Dude, you find me on a fucking dark street, dude. I'm taking you down, dude. On God.
That would never.
I'm fucking,
happen.
dude. I'm taking your ankles, dude. I'm literally stealing your ankles. I'm running away with them, dude. I'm literally gonna fucking harvest your fucking ankles, you piece of shit.
Here's the thing about that, right? Is like you can fuck around and find out. Like for the listeners who don't know, I'm 6'2", 205, built like a true light heavyweight champion.
Dude, he's not.
This is a fact.
He's built big, dude.
I'm built big. That's right.
He's built big. He's
built big.
But it's like
6'2", 205, strong as an ox, ready to throw down any. I wish someone would step.
You're built
to me.
like a bag of rice, like the big
Dude,
bags of rice.
But those
that
bags
you
of
get at the
rice are
store.
fucking. You ever try to carry a 40-pound bag of rice? That's a tough night out.
They get dented, dude.
They get dented. But guess what? You still gotta lug that thing around. That's 40 lbs, dude. 40 lbs. You ever go into Costco and try to pick up a 40 lb bag of rice? You're getting fucking manhandled on your way to the cart by that 40 pound. This is 205 pounds of rice, dude. If I lay on you, you're done. If I get on top of you, it's over. God forbid you let me get a hold of you, dude.
Dude, I'm literally, dude, you're nothing, dude. You're a rice farmer, dude. I'm
I'm a rice farmer.
I don't know.
You are closer to the stature of a rice farmer.
Dude, no, dude. Yeah,
Your eyes are
right.
hardly
Probably
open.
right.
You're basically a rice farmer.
Dude, I'd have a hat, dude. It's not gonna lie, that'd be a blissful presence, dude. Living in the countryside, farming rice.
I bet you if we were to interview 100 rice paddy farmers, I bet you they're like, this is not bliss.
Dude.
In communist China, in the fields.
I'm not liking it, dude. Come on,
You guys don't love this?
Dude, their social scores got to be going off the charts, dude.
Dude, there's a huge issue in China, fun fact, with like the farming culture Chinese who like come to like inner city China. And they just shit. They just shit like wherever. And get like all these like, man, I don't want to say like the civilized Chinese, but like the more city built Chinese, we'll say, are just absolutely so upset about it. Like there's videos of them in shopping malls where they're like walking around malls and they're just dropping trow and shitting in the middle of the hallway and then just keep it moving. No wipe, no nothing. Just pooping out in the middle of the mall.
It's kind of sick.
Like sick isn't like cool or
Yeah.
like sick isn't like that's gross.
It's like efficient. It's like efficient and effective.
Yeah,
and
but
you
it's
can
not
also
clean.
do things, but you could do things, dude. Honestly, the power of shit is powerful because like nobody wants to be around it, right? Like think about it, dude. If you like want to hold a spot in a line, dude, if you just shit, like say, dude, you're doing Black Friday outside of Best Buy. If you're shitting, you just start shitting everywhere.
As someone who's shit their pants at Michigan State and just had to walk around with shit pants for like an hour until I got to like a decent bathroom, no one moved out of my way. I was just uncomfortable for an hour and a half waiting to get to a real bathroom. That's true. I know you're looking at me right now. I legitimately shit my pants at Michigan State.
You had an hour walk after you shit yourself.
Dude, it was not even an hour walk. It was an hour stand. It was just me standing there with shit in my
Wait,
pants.
could you not leave the group or what?
No, okay.
Why did you not leave instantly?
So, okay. All right, well, okay. So there's levels to this, right? So I had like strayed off for like a moment. I had strayed off for a moment because this is day drinking. And I was like, hey, I got to go piss. And as a man, I have the right to piss wherever I please. And I chose to piss in a parking structure because that seems like fairly secluded. And midst pissed, I was like, there's a fart in there. And I'll just let it go because I'm taking a pee and who's going to stop me? And the second I trusted that fart, I like sharted into the back of my underwear. And I verbally went, no way. And then I took a little peek back. I was like, no, that's most certainly poop.
The horror.
and then very upset. My friends were already in line at Harper's, the bar. And those lines, it's the Michigan State game. And those lines for the bars on like a college, like the biggest college game in the state, they're not short. And there was no accessible bathroom.
So you sat in the fucking line into the bar with shit in your pants?
I sat in this line.
Get the fuck out of here,
I sat in this line at Harper's. And not only did I just stand in this line at Harper's, but like I proceeded to go into the 7-Eleven next door, get more drinks, keep drinking in line.
They didn't let you shit at the 7-Eleven?
There's no public bathrooms at that 7-Eleven.
Okay.
So the porter was like, employees only. And I'm like, please, dude, like you don't understand. I don't want to tell them I have shit in my pants.
Nah, dude. I fess up. That's what you got to do. At that point, if you got shit in your pants and there's like, they got a bathroom, it's like, listen, dog. Listen, help me.
I don't think they were going to help me.
Who's going to send you on your way with shit in your pants?
Those guys. Their third world struggles do not empathize with mine having shit in my pants for an hour because I was too drunk on a Saturday morning.
Like, I see this in Bangladesh.
Yeah, he was like, this is just a Tuesday here. Like, this is a Tuesday where I come from.
He's like, it feels like home, actually.
Yeah,
please.
Honestly, the scent of home.
God bless.
So, I sit in this long-ass line to, like, no avail. And eventually we get in. It had to be over an hour. Get inside, and I'm like, okay, I need to sprint to the bathroom. And I run in, and there's an even greater line to the bathroom than there was to get into the bar.
This whole time you got shit in your pants.
And
you're like bumping shoulders with people.
There's still shit in my underwear. And
you're bumping shoulders with people walking around the bar.
Nudging people. Dude, it's getting more mashed in. It's just getting worse. And I like try to like do the sneaky, like cut the line from like a side angle. And this guy looks at me, he's like, hey man, are you trying to cut the line? And I said, absolutely I am. He goes, let me hit your vape and I'll fucking let you take my spot in line. And I said, done. I let him hit this thing for like a minute straight. He gives me a spot in line. I'm next to the toilet door. I get in. I shut the stall door. No locks. No locks on the stall. So I have to do this like fucking maneuver where I'm like back against the wall of the stall trying to hold it closed while I shimmy off my pants and underwear. And I gotta like step out of my shoes to get my pants off because I'm wearing joggers and they're tight around the ankle. There's no easy way getting joggers off.
They're just seeing you barefooting.
But like no one is, because no one's staring at my heels. Because like my heels are to the entryway of the door.
Dog.
So like I shimmy out of my fucking undies. I take a look and I'm like, yeah, these are gross. And then I throw them on the toilet because I'm like, there's just nowhere for these to go. There's no trash in a stall.
You can't walk out.
I'm not walking out with shitty underwear, you know. So I just threw them behind the toilet. It's a bar bathroom. They're already disgusting. You know, there's piss all over the floor, whatever. And I just shoved him behind the toilet. I gave myself like the sturdiest bathroom douche you possibly could inside of a fucking inside of a bathroom stall.
Bathroom douche? What do you mean?
Like I'm giving myself like a full
with wipe. What?
No, like with toilet paper, and I'm giving myself like a full clean out.
Just toilet paper though.
I mean just toilet paper. You
said douche like you were splashing.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm like, bro, what
I'm not trusting those.
I don't know. After this story, I'm like, bro, you're a dirty.
I'm not trusting the hepatitis bowls. But like, I did like thoroughly wipe for like 10 minutes, and then I like flush the toilet again. The underwear is still behind the stall door. I get fully dressed. Mind you, it's like 1 PM, and I walk out, and the next guy was waiting to get in the stall. I go, "Hey man, just a heads up." Some guy left their like underwear behind the fucking toilet. He's like, that's disgusting. I'm like, I agree. It is so gross. That's why I wanted to let you know. He's like, well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And then I sprinted out of the bathroom.
Ran away.
And then I proceeded with the rest of my evening with like a chafed ass.
That's disgusting. You had shit on your cheeks.
I mean, there's always, every time you poop, there's shit on your cheeks.
But like, you couldn't there's no way you're wiping it all off.
Oh, dude, it was all off. Like, there's
no way.
Yeah,
bro.
With enough toilet paper, you can wipe away any sin.
No way. With dry toilet paper, shit that's been marinating on your ass.
Dude, trust me, the ass sweat was keeping it.
It's sliding it around. Oh my dog, that's the most disturbing story I've ever heard. Dude, I can't believe you just like you weren't like, yo, I'm gonna go to a store real quick or like go get some pants.
There was nothing to be done at that point.
You were like, I gotta just keep going.
You just had to persevere.
My night's over if I shit my pants.
Like we were,
I'm done.
But it wasn't even the night.
It was
the day.
It's it. I'm going to bed.
I drove an hour and a half to Michigan State. And I'm not letting a little bit of shit in my pants fucking discourage me from watching this game. And then Michigan State won, and it was amazing, and we all fucking celebrated. And then we went out. It was Halloween weekend. We went out that night dressed up in costumes. Like, I didn't just shit in my pants.
Oh, dude, I think I was there that weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, that's when Andrew was there. When the couch got lit on fire and the car got flipped.
Maybe not then. I would like went when I was like a lot younger. And
no, this is like this isn't even that long ago.
Oh, really?
This is like 2 years ago.
Oh wow, this
is like 2 years ago.
Wild.
I'm not even like 19. I'm like 23.
You know better. Wow, dude, that's fucking insane.
And that was the first time I'd ever shit my pants. I had to call my uncle because like he's got Crohn's disease and he always shits himself, and I had to be like, hey man, I just joined the club, and he's like, it's about time.
He's like happy about it.
Yeah, dude, he was. He's like good. Yeah, I think he said he was like good.
Dude, that's wild. The wildest. So I went there when I was like, I don't even know. I think I was like still in high school when we went up there, and I didn't have like a costume, so I stole like my little sister's from when she was young, and I was dressed as like a Tootsie Roll, just a big ass Tootsie Roll.
Okay. And
me and my friend, we were walking to like a party, like I forget where we were supposed to meet up with somebody. And then there was like a gang of like people, like when I say like a gang.
Damn, dude, I already can picture what you mean by gang. I already have a visual representation of what you mean by gang.
Let me explain, because literally there was a gang of people, and they were in a gang. Like we literally like.
Right.
So what was happening is we were walking down the street.
They could have just been a group of citizens. Gathering.
Well, you gotta listen. So like we were there, and we got we had weed and we didn't have like a blunt wrap, so we were like literally my friend's like, does anybody have a blunt wrap? He's like shouting it out loud, like walking on the street, right?
And here comes the gang.
Yeah, and so like these like people where it's just like people like like just like all in wife beaters, tats, like all down their arms.
What else do they look like?
Definitely not of the Caucasian descent.
Describes him as a gang off rip.
I mean, it's like, bro, it's literally a gang member.
Group of friends.
It was a gang.
If it was a group of white people, it'd be like a group of friends.
Yeah, that's how I change it up. It's like skinhead Nazis completely, and I'm just like, so a group of good people.
A flock of good Samaritans.
Just some misfits. Yeah. That's all. Just some people
like heroes
found the wrong path in life.
Yeah. All right, go on.
But so we're like that, right?
So this group of heroes.
No, it's literally some people from like literally. This dude introduces her. We're like, who are you? He's like, my name is Tank, and we're like, all right. He's like, I'm Tank from 8 Mile and Evergreen, right? He says this.
Oh damn, I know where 8 Mile and Evergreen is. Yeah, he is Tank.
Yeah. Like
I think I know Tank.
I literally use it on stage as a punchline sometimes. Where like I literally say where I'll be like, bitch, I'm from 8 Mile and Evergreen, and if I use it in Detroit, people are like, oh shit, he know. Like
he know.
Yeah.
Throwing up the school craft sign gang.
Yeah. But I like told like so we're sitting there, and he's like, yeah, bet. And this man has the biggest hands I've ever fucking seen, bro. He was rolling a blunt without like a fucking like
with his thumbs and index fingers,
just walking, like didn't have a tray, just was like rolling up weed in it. Palm. Yeah, just like literally. And I was like, holy fuck! I was like, that's like impressive, right? So we're smoking the blunt. We're like going to where we're going, and we get to like where there's like a roach left, right? So there's like a fucking inch of like a blunt left.
Sure, yeah.
And we're like starting to walk out the way, and so my friend's like, hey, let's go walk back the other way, right? And then so he like takes the blunt, and I was like, you don't want to like leave them with the blunt? And he's like, no, bro, who gives a fuck? There's like nothing left. It's all my weed, which is completely right? And so we like,
but it's his rap.
But that's the thing. A fucking 50 Cent rap, dude. That's the thing. So I start walking back the other way, right? And all of a sudden you just hear, hey, Tootsie Roll, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I just like turn and face him, and my friend starts running, right? And there's like there's literally like 15 people, and I'm like, bro, we're not out.
And you know you're not faster than anyone.
I'm in a Tootsie Roll costume.
Even
like,
without that, either.
Look, got mobility.
Based on your description, they're still fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. This man looked like he was all state, whatever the fuck.
D1 cornerback from Bama.
Yeah, literally, but just gave it up to fucking murder people. Yeah, like straight up, dude. Like he had fucking wide receiver hands. Like it was wild as fuck. And so like they start like they're like on us, right? And they're like, "Why the fuck you run away with our shit?" Like blah blah blah. And we're like, we like didn't even say shit. And then he's just like I'm literally sitting there silent because I'm like, I'm not getting. No, sir.
It's just $1 for 2 Rellos, I swear.
You know, give it back.
Sweet wine.
Yeah, so it was so bad though. And then he's like, yo, let me get like all your money, all shit, right? They start like robbing us. And I don't have shit. Like I don't have my phone. I don't have like anything on me, right? So I was like, bro, I literally have nothing. And he's like, all right. So they take all the rest of our shit, right? And then
what size shoe you wear?
Yeah, no, dude, that would have been so tragic. Thank God. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, bro,
damn, those dunks are kind of sweet.
They could have just stripped all our shit.
Give me your Tootsie Roll costume.
There was like literally 20 people around us. Yeah, so it's like
right. You wear a medium.
They did. They had little kids in their gang too. There was like 11-year-olds running around too, like talking shit to us.
Run your pockets.
Yeah. It's like fuck boy.
Like fuck 12.
So like, it was like that's what I'm saying. Like they were just I don't know what the fuck was going on, right? So we that was the one thing too, because I went to go speak and he called me a Tootsie Roll ass N-word. he's like shut the fuck up, Tootsie Roll ass, and like
Tootsie ass.
Yeah, like, and I was like damn, and like I felt so bad. Like being called a Tootsie ass is just like wild, you know?
Yeah, dude. If someone called me a Tootsie ass, I think I gotta just either fight or die.
Yeah. There was like I was like, oh fuck. I was like, this is tough. I was like, I just want this to end. But they walked away, right? We started going our own way, and then right, rest of the night's cool. And then literally I'm like back at school the next week, and it was like when World Star was still like, you know what I'm saying, popping. Like you would go there every time, and it was like fight from Michigan versus Michigan State game, right? And it's like one of those videos at first where the person's filming like shit, right? Like it's just like blur, you don't know what the fuck's going on. There's a bunch of shit, and it's like 15 seconds of that, and then all of a sudden the second he gets steady, it literally like focuses in, and it's clear as fuck. They're fighting in a parking lot. This dude walks right under the street lamp like perfectly, rips off his wife beater, and it's fucking Tank, dude.
Oh yeah.
And he literally walks over to like this Tank. Fucking dude, and he just fucking like slumps him in the face, and they just start stomping this dude out. And I was just like, holy, you gotta stomp him, dude. You can't let him walk away. And I was like, that would have been me in a Tootsie Roll costume.
Yeah, dude, that would have been a tough video to watch.
That would have been
you getting stomped out in a Tootsie Roll costume.
Imagine that, and it would have been funny too. Imagine going out like that. Imagine a bad death, but that's also funny. I was thinking about that.
Well, dude, if I'm gonna die, right? Like I want it to be like in a cool way.
But you want it to be like a purposeful joke. Like I was thinking, like, what if you crash into a sign that was like, "Don't text and drive," or like, "Don't drive high," or like, "You will die," and you're like folded up on it.
Click it or ticket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ejected. Yeah, exactly. Like it would just be like a meme. Like it'd be fucked up, but it'd be like, oh shit, that's funny, and it's just your body, just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you would have won the Darwin Award.
Yeah, but it's like that's what I'm saying, and like your whole family's mourning, but it's like, bro, it was very ironic. Like it was kind of funny. Like
watching Tank fucking kill that guy is pretty fucking crazy. Dude, what kind of fucking disposable vape is that?
The cheapest one?
No, dude. That thing's like the size of a fucking brick, dude. That's like one of those, like, you guys know what Duplo Lego bricks are? Because that's about the fucking size of the ones that the toddlers can't swallow.
It's the big giant blocks.
Dude, that thing's fucking crazy. And then the spout on it looks so pathetic.
$10, 9,000 hits, dude.
9,000? Dude, that's full of just like AIDS and cancer.
They all are.
I mean, no, that one looks particularly bad.
I mean, yeah, but you're definitely dying regardless.
I mean, yeah, we're all dying regardless.
There's no better form. You can't be like,
I disagree. I bet you there's a cleaner way to vape.
No.
Oh, 100%. I bet you one of them is better than the other one.
It's literally, all it is, no. It's literally a battery. It's like a certain mix of chemicals, and that's it. There's like, what is it? It's like, I can't tell you. It's like propylglycerin. Which is like
glycerin.
Yeah, that's like one that gives you like the smoke, and then there's a fucking another one that gives you flavor, and that's like the only two things in it.
Yum.
They soak it into a mesh coil, and there's a battery that powers it. I mean, it's not like...
I mean, it sounds pretty good for you.
That's it's like
honestly 2 ingredients.
Glycol.
Sounds pretty good. Glycol.
What if that's advertised on it? Only 2 ingredients, like
Yeah,
they
only
tried
2
to advertise to vegans.
Asbestos and fucking AIDS.
In your paleo diet.
Yeah, this conforms with the vegan diet. Yeah, it's fucking bananas, dude. Like, no, I just saw that Breeze has a bigger version now.
Yeah,
I just saw that like yesterday.
bro.
I was buying myself a little Nick vape the other day. You know, little Breeze Pro. Shout out to the sponsors. And the guy was like, "Hey, you know they sell bigger ones." And I'm like, "What do you mean bigger? Like this thing is a week's worth of cancer and addiction." And he like points at it in the shelf that I was looking at. I'm like, "This." I told him I was like, I legitimately told him I was like, "You can't sell these to people." I was like, "This should be illegal." And he like looked at me confused because I'm hitting the vape as I'm telling him he can't sell these to people. But I mean, they're like fucking. It's 9,000 puffs. I don't know if they're rechargeable or what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy, and it's like $20. And I'm like, and then I immediately was like, how much does it cost?
Cancer's cheap,
It was
baby.
like, how much does it cost?
Cancer's cheap, dude.
But a pack of cigarettes is like fucking $8. So is cancer really that cheap? Or are they just picking and choosing what they're making? Which cancer is the cheapest?
They'll hike this shit up eventually. There's gonna be like a nice drop, and then they're gonna fucking hike it.
Because like I feel like, you know, I mean, I feel like if I'm gonna get cancer from smoking, I feel like I'd rather have a cigarette. I feel like that's at least tobacco. You know, this is just like cancer juice.
It is. It's just chemicals. It's so wild.
For the first time in my life, I'm like, man, smoking a cigarette might be healthier.
It's definitely not.
You don't think so? You don't think a cigarette is less worse than these things?
No.
Like, if you just had a pack of American Spirits,
No.
you think that's worse
Yeah.
than whatever the fuck that orange thing is that you're puffing on?
Yep.
I don't agree.
If it's just like straight up tobacco leaves and it's not cured or like any specific way, I could definitely see that. But like all the shit and the chemicals that go into it and the paper and all that fucking shit, I mean, it has a mix of more chemicals than essentially this is. Even if you're fucking talking about
You really think there are more chemicals in a cigarette?
2 ingredients, dude.
2 ingredients?
I'm just saying.
Dude, no way.
I'm just saying.
There's a reason there's not an ingredients list on the back of a vape because it goes so long to wrap around the package, dude.
No way. It's
I'm
just
telling.
true.
I bet you cigarettes are healthier than these things.
No fucking way. It's like
I
the
bet
flavoring
you-
and shit. No way.
They're just less offensive with the smell.
No. They are less offensive. You look like... I think it took like the stigma away. That's like the one thing that vapes did really good is like all the propaganda that they use to like make us like be like, oh yeah, cigarettes bad. It's like, oh, you're gonna imagine
you
have to
stink, your teeth are yellow.
Yeah, and you're gonna
like-
go outside in the cold, like when your like friends are like, you know, like you're gonna
Can't
have to be there and
smoke
be like,
inside
oh,
anymore?
yeah, like you're gonna have to
Dude,
go
I
do all
vape in
this.
every bar. Like,
Yeah, all that
You can't just
shit.
light up. Dude, people look at you like you're fucking the scourge of the city when you just try to light a cigarette up inside. But people just fucking ripping candy vapes at the bar top and no one's saying a thing.
Nobody gives a shit, dude.
Like that's so wild.
It's just secondhand, I guess. You're not getting it. I mean, what can you get secondhand vape?
Probably.
cancer?
Probably. There's gonna be a study that comes out in 20 years. That's why like I need to quit because it's like
It's too new.
it's too new.
It's like that's
Cigarettes
funny.
have been around since like the.
Did you get vaccinated?
Dude, what am I gay?
That's so funny. We're like, it'd be hilarious. We're like, there needs to be enough research before this comes out. I need to stop. But then, like the vaccine, it's like,
No, I didn't do that. No, that's embarrassing. Did you get one?
I'm not discussing it.
Dude, pussy, dude. No one's gonna want your cum, dude. Don't go to a fucking sperm bank. They're not gonna want it. You're weak,
I'm not saying.
unfortified semen.
As everybody, yeah.
Dude, I remember like
That's the thing. It affects gigs and shit like that.
I got vaccine bullied for like fucking 11 months because I was like, nah, I'm good. And I'm not even like, let's just be like,
Is it now okay? Is it like
Dude,
smart
it's-
to say though? Like, remember how like it used to be like a stigma where you're like, yo, I didn't get the vaccine. And they're like, you're a fucking idiot. That was like the common thing.
dude, I almost feel like it's
Has it
flip-flopped
flipped?
a little bit.
You think it's
I
flipped?
bet you it's flipped more than it did when it first came out. Because
Like, are those people who are feeling stupid yet? Like, are they
Well,
like,
here's
they're
the
kind
thing,
of making
right?
good points.
well, here's the thing, right? Is like
My 5th booster.
yeah, right. So like when it first came out, like I don't even get the flu vaccine, right? Like I
I'm
don't.
just anti-vax in general.
No, dude, I have 3 rounds of chicken pox on accident. Like, I'm fine. I'm a little autistic, but I'm okay. But, like, here's the thing, right?
Keep giving it to them.
Dude, they gave it to me on accident. They gave it to me a third time on accident. It's a whole thing. But, No, I mean, like, I don't get the flu vaccine because it's not a vaccine. Because a vaccine means, like, it immunizes you. Like, like the smallpox vaccine or the chickenpox vaccine. You don't get it when you get the vaccine, right? Like, you can't get it anymore. Like, we fucking cured leprosy. No, not leprosy. Is that what it was? Leprosy?
I mean, it's not around anymore. Leprosy is the shit where you, like, can't feel shit. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think you're completely off base there.
All I remember is
I think it's when you start rotting.
All I know is leprosy is from the Bible, and they would always send people to the mountaintops to go rot in a cave if they had leprosy, and it's like they couldn't feel touch or some shit. That's what I remember.
You like rot. Like, I'm pretty sure like your body just rots. But like we've legitimately cured like dozens of boosts, but we've cured plenty of diseases, right? Like we've legitimately stopped kids from getting chickenpox. You don't know a kid who's gotten chickenpox who hasn't been vaccinated. Yeah. That's a fact.
No, that's fair.
I know people with 18 COVID vaccines who've gotten COVID. I know people who get the flu vaccine every year who get the flu. It's not a vaccine if you still get it after. Like, I feel like that's not a hot take. Like, we've had the ability to cure diseases. It's a virus. You can't have a vaccine for a virus because they mutate. So pretending that, like that when it first came out, too, people were like, oh, dude, you get 2 rounds, you never get it again. And then they're like, well, then you get a booster, and then you never get it. And then they're like, okay, well, what it actually does, you still get it, but, like, it doesn't feel as bad. Like, you're like, well, wait a minute, pause. And again, for the record, I'm generally liberal. Okay? I know, oh, pussy. No, like, I generally swing left-leaning on 90% of things. When people start telling me, yeah, just fucking stick this in your body, it's fine. I get a little like, hey, wait a minute, guys. You just fucking... Did we have, like, some FDA regulation on this? Did we, like, do any little research on this at all? No?
It's really flipped.
Dude, that's so bananas, dude. That's so crazy. What a crazy concept. That people are just like, yeah, just jab it. Put it in your body. Yeah, you'll be safe. And they tell you, like, later, like, oh, well, you're kind of safe now.
What's wild to me, though, is the fact that it's not still going. Like, you know that there's still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, is COVID just gone now?
No, dude, it's just, I don't think it's gone. It'll be around forever. Okay? It's just forever going to be around. And a lot of people died. A ton of people died from COVID. Like,
but nobody even got the vaccines and all that shit, like, kind of just went away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people got the vaccines.
Okay.
But that's not why it's stopped spreading. Again, like they said, like, you can still get it when you have the vaccine. It's just you feel less bad. Like, you feel like it hits you less hard. Okay. So it's just around forever now.
What was it, though? Was it just like
it's
why?
A virus.
Is it the summer, though? Is it like the heat that has, like, made it go away? Or is it like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I think what made it go away is all the people who were going to die from it died. Sad. Bummer. And then, like, now it's, like, people who, like, are going to get sick from it, like the flu. People die from the flu. So it's, like, people die from all kinds of shit. I saw someone choke on a fucking piece of steak the other day. We're not fucking shutting down steak. Like...
What? Really? Someone died from steak?
Yeah, they died from choking on steak. That's a real thing that happened. Yeah.
It's not a terrible way to go. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. Actually, that is pretty wild. Like, enjoying a night out with... Like, imagine that, dude. Yeah. Yo, imagine
Ruth's Chris.
You're on like a first date though, and you don't want to like make it like a big deal, but you're like choking for real, and you're like,
something's wrong with my throat. Yeah, you don't want to look like a pussy.
Yeah. But you just fucking die.
Just like,
straight up die.
Fucking die from pride. But yeah, no, like people die all kinds of ways, and again, all death is inherently sad. This is becoming less of a comedy podcast, more of me preaching. But like, no, like lots of people died.
You're numb to death.
I'm so numb to death. But yeah, like, it's inherently sad. Like, I feel bad. People did die from COVID. Anyone who says people didn't die from COVID, you're retarded. Sorry. Get over it. People did die from it. It's a real disease. It's all over the place. It happens. I just think what it did was there was an initial thinning where it took out all the people that were going to get, like, inherently very sick from it, and it's still going to be around forever. It's going to be like getting the flu. Because that's kind of how diseases work. The plague still
It's
exists.
just a new one that's just keep. Yeah, I know. Bubonic plagues didn't show that
It's
shit,
still
but we just have
around.
the better things to like.
There's like 6 people a year who get it in the U.S. And they just give them antibiotics, and they're like, oh yeah, that's over.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, like that's a thing that wiped out like fucking a huge percentage of Europe.
Yo, that's what I was thinking. You want to know one thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately? Because modern medicine is going,
Dude,
crazy,
it goes
right?
cuckoo bananas. Yeah,
Like it's wild that this little thing, they're like, oh, it's this little powder, and it just, you know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. It's
people have
beautiful
rechargeable legs, dude.
It's crazy. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Rechargeable legs?
Yeah, like their legs are like battery. They got fake legs that just like run on batteries, dude.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, the world's cool.
I was thinking about that, right? Where old people's value in society is starting to lie, right? Because like when you used to be like when you made it to old age back in the day, right?
you were
Like even
40.
before, right?
You were 40.
And it went crazy. That was the thing, right? But if you made to old age, remember how like it's like old age has wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, and they pass it on. And this is the thing is it's like to make it to that old age, you had to like know some shit, right?
Yeah, it was hard to be old because
Yes.
like you had to not die.
Yes, there were so many things,
You had
right?
to survive.
So it was impressive. So you like respected the old because they had like been through all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like now, it's like nowadays, it's like there are fucking.
Shut up, you old fucking fogey.
They're everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
Old
dude, there's
people
all
are
kinds of old people.
everywhere. It's an infestation. Like there's so many people who are like 70 or like 80 where it's like I feel like back probably like a little while back that wasn't happening.
55, heart
Yeah.
disease, dead.
Yeah, before like the health, like you know what I'm saying. Like even think about the '80s and shit. Like you know what I'm saying. Like up until like health became like a focus, we realized like McDonald's used to be like a staple of like, hey, this is good. Like you should eat. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude, this is legitimate healthy food.
Yeah,
This
like,
is real beef
this is good
and bread.
for your family.
This
yes.
is beef, bread, and cheese, dude. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's wild. So it's like that's what I'm
And it's
thinking.
a nickel.
It's like you literally
Feed your family for a quarter.
25 cents. Yeah, straight up. It's so crazy. But like now, it's like you think about it. Like what? And I'm not saying this to be like I don't know if it is just like ageist or whatever.
I'm ageist. Go
but
on.
it's like what? Like
What
okay,
value do they bring? I agree,
you
dude.
just keep like that's the thing. You
Sucking
just
up the
keep
Social
surviving.
Security.
You're sucking up the fucking money and all that shit. They're living for like they just like what?
You young people, why aren't you guys buying houses?
Yeah.
I bought my first house for $15 and now it's worth $250,000.
And that's what I'm saying. Their wisdom.
Fuck you,
Their wisdom isn't
old
even
people.
helpful anymore.
If you save $100 a month until you retire, you'll be a billionaire. What?
Yeah.
Are you smoking crack, old people? No, that's the type of shit. Listen, I've got fairly young grandparents, and they're like, you know, like, oh no, you don't have a house? Dog, you guys were making $7,000 a year, and houses were like $4. Like,
Yeah, no, for real.
yeah,
though.
dude, no, I don't have a fucking house. Even like if I don't want to live in like the fucking poorest area of society, it is a minimum $250,000. I'm sorry, I'm 24 years old. Did you guys have a phone bill back in fucking 74? No, you guys didn't have. What's a phone? Yeah, like oh, that's crazy. Like I got bills you guys didn't even fucking know about, dude.
Yeah, new bills were created.
Dude, water was probably fucking
internet bill. You ever heard of that
yeah,
shit?
dude, fucking water was probably fucking free back then, dude. Just pump it out of the backyard, asshole. Yeah, I gotta pay a fucking $126 water bill so my shower's hot. You fucking old cock. Yeah, no, dude, I'm fucking sick of these old ass people being like, I don't understand why you guys aren't thriving. I'm a fucking librarian and I live in an estate that's got 4 levels. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
Dude,
feel.
that's literally how it is.
It's so wild, bro.
But then they'll bitch about like, oh, they're cutting Social Security. Yeah, because there's a fucking trillion of you
Yeah.
old ass fuckers,
Their life is made.
and you guys just keep living,
Yeah, and they like literally worked at like a CVS and like retired.
dude. Yeah,
like,
right.
set.
Well, I worked at Meijer since I was 26 because that's what you did when you got out of high school. Oh, I was a factory worker. I used to pump people's gasoline.
Made like a good living. Has
Yeah.
like 8 kids.
Dude, yeah. Well, my family of 7. Yeah,
family
fuck
of
you, dude. I can't support a family of me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can't take care of one person.
Dude, a shitty fucking hovel ass 1-bedroom apartment costs like $1,000 in fucking Roseville.
Yeah.
And you think I'm gonna live there? I'm sorry. I mean, I might.
Your neighbors are...
Dude, I'm sitting here like, maybe, dude. Roseville's not even as bad as it can get, I guess.
Ah, shit, it's coming up. You're like telling yourself lies.
On the come up
You're
right
telling
now,
yourself
dude.
lies about shitty places.
Dude, they shut down Dooley's. Everything's been better, dude. Like, dude, maybe they are figuring it out.
That's so nuts.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I guess they did put a Starbucks up in Roseville. No, like, dude, get out of here. It's never been good. And, like, that's the only place, like, I make fucking, like, almost $50,000 a year base salary without working my 2 other fucking jobs. I wouldn't even be able to afford a fucking $1,500 mortgage, which is what it costs on, like, a fucking $170,000 house. I can't do it. I can't, dude. You ever try to pay fucking car insurance in the 21st century?
Yeah, bro, that shit's a scam.
You got collision and comprehensive? Dude, I fucked a deer up the other year and I fucking had to buy a brand new car because I didn't have comprehensive.
Really?
Dude, straight up.
So fucking
straight up, dude.
Insurance is such a giant scam.
What a scam,
What
dude.
a scam, dude. Because the one thing that's wild to me, right, is so, like, right, so you can pay... Say, like, you do all this shit. You're, like, paying them and you're, like, preventative. Nothing ever happens, right?
Yeah.
And then you're, like, something does happen. And you're like, oh, fuck. And you're like, okay, I've already paid them so much, though, where it's like, okay, at least it does happen. Yeah, and it's, like, good. Like, you've basically already paid the amount to cover everything.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, cool. Even if you do get close or, like, whatever the fuck it is to your, like, your deductible or whatever it is, right? They will raise your insurance after.
You use the service you pay for? We're raising your price because you're clearly a liability.
Yeah.
So what, you want me to fucking pay this and never use it? I mean, ideally.
Yeah.
Well, what? And then they have not only that, they have the ability to just drop you. They can just be like, you're just not a good fit. What do you mean not a good fit?
Yeah.
Insured? I'm insured. I pay $147 a month.
That's so crazy. That's the other thing too, is if you don't have that insurance, you literally can't drive your car.
You're not allowed to drive.
Your freedom is gone unless you have to pay a monthly. Like, if you think about how much your freedoms are limited if you can't drive, right?
You can't do shit if you can't. I mean, you got to take a fucking bus.
Yeah.
You got to leave fucking early to everything. You got to walk an extra couple miles anywhere else you go.
Everything's limited. So it's like, yo, you have to pay basically like 140 or whatever you're fucking paying, like 140, 120 a month to literally... Like,
just to be able to look at your car.
To be able to go out and be like, hey, I want to run to the store real quick. Like, they're like, hey, I know you afford that, and you bought
you
that
have a car payment and you pay for the gas.
Yeah, and you do all that on your own. But it's like, something might happen.
Pay this private company money.
Yep.
For what? Well, you know.
And then when you do, when you do use us, we're gonna raise your shit.
Yeah, we're gonna raise your prices though.
Yeah.
What? But it's a legal requirement. Why? We don't know.
Yeah.
What if I just say I don't want insurance?
Yeah.
Well, then you get a ticket for not having insurance, and you still have to buy a new car.
Yeah.
But even the insurance you buy, like if you buy the bare bones insurance, it covers nothing. So, like, what am I insuring?
Yep.
That's what I don't understand. Is like, it's PLPD, right? Which means if I crash my car, I just have insurance. What am I paying for? Am I just paying to say I have insurance?
Yeah.
I'm insured, but like I'm not actually insured. I don't understand what that means. What the fuck is that then? If I'm not getting anything out of it, why can't I just drive without it? Well, you can't.
It makes no sense.
Why?
You just can't.
So if me and a person who both don't have insurance crash into each other, we both are just like, oh fuck, we have to buy new cars.
Yeah.
But if I crash into a person with insurance and I have no insurance, I have to buy a new car, but they're covered under their insurance. What am I missing?
Yeah.
Sorry, what am I missing?
Doesn't make sense. No.
I don't understand.
Well, the law, like, that's what I'm saying. Whatever they did, dude, that's what I'm saying. The legal system is in cahoots with the fucking whatever it is.
It's cahoots!
It's fucking shit. Dude, I got pulled over the other day. I got pulled over. I was going, like, Lita's fucking, like, speed trap area. And, like, fucking dropped to 60 on the highway instead of 70, right? They pulled me over. And I don't have fucking shit, though. That's, like, another thing. I didn't have my proof of insurance, right?
But you have insurance, though?
I have insurance. So
they can look that up, though.
I got a fucking $25 ticket because I didn't have proof of insurance, right? So then I go and I pay the ticket, right? Okay. But I didn't And that's all the thing too. They didn't send me like a website. I didn't go to the website and send them a picture to the specific email.
$25, buddy.
Yep, and they made me pay it. They tried to charge me $130, and I was like, I literally was like, okay, so I already paid the ticket and I already pay my thing. You guys could easily look it up. Like, how the fuck can you not?
No, they can. When they look at, like, when they pull up your car, they can see if it's insured.
Okay, so what? So I don't have the proof. So I'm getting a fucking ticket.
Yeah, you don't have the paperwork on you. So now you get a ticket, even though we already know you're insured.
Bro, it makes no sense. I had to pay them. I ended up paying $75, and
Also,
I already pay insurance.
Anyone out there who is a cop or wants to be a cop, you're a fucking loser. If you're giving fucking people tickets for that's straight up. Like,
it is so true.
Okay,
unless you're in a big city, this is what I'm thinking. No, big cities. Okay, because if you're like actually trying to keep peace, that's the thing. If you're like somebody who's, you know, there is threats or there's like people, you know, you're arresting people who are like battery or whatever the fuck it is. There are like needs for that, but like that's the thing. When it's like, you know, like, oh, there's like a parking, like, you know what I'm saying, like stupid shit.
Cops are necessary, but not for minor civil infractions.
Never. Unless you're causing harm to somebody, or you could be causing harm.
Hey,
like, you
dude,
know what
you're
I'm saying?
going 6 over. You're going 76 and a 70. We're going to have to write you this $130 ticket. For what?
Yeah.
Was
We're
I
the
driving
public.
recklessly?
We're the public. The public does not agree to that. Nobody was around. And sometimes it's at night, too. It's like there's nothing going on.
When there's nobody on the road, that's when you're the most likely to get a ticket, because there's less cars on the road.
Yeah, they're just looking for one person. Oh, you're going 9 over. What? How is this literally affecting anybody? How is this literally gonna fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? You think the 9 extra miles per hour over is gonna stop my reaction time?
Drunk. I can't tell if it's fucking 70 or 79. Like,
yeah. That shit pisses me off so much, bro. That is though, like, little scams. Like, that's what I'm like.
Scam, dude.
I was like, when they started charging me, because they sent me that bill after I already paid it, and they were trying to get me to pay an extra $130, and I was like, bro, like, you guys are scammers.
Yeah, you guys are fucking scammers. We're gonna take a quick pause, real quick.
Yeah, quick pause.
And 3, 2, 1. Because drinking drinks or whatever the fuck this is called. I didn't name it.
Yeah, I might still change the name. I don't know.
Drinking drinks.
I didn't really give a shit.
Drinking drinks.
Yeah, this is basically because
by
of
Black Tar Heroin after the
Black Tar Heroin.
Black BTH. But yeah, we were just in the intermission. We were just talking about sports betting. But yeah, you know, with the fights coming up tonight, and I don't know when this is going to be posted. Obviously, probably like fucking 6 months later, so it's going to be irrelevant. But,
no, I'll have it tomorrow.
No, but it's going to be irrelevant. Like, yeah, so Israel Adesanya is fighting Sean Strickland tonight. Again, probably no one really gives a fuck, but it's a sport that I follow. It's the only sport that I actively watch on television.
Only good sport.
Like, I mean, I'll occasionally dabble in football. Like, I play fantasy football, but it's more like, it kind of makes me watch football because I have money invested. But in terms of, like, if I had to, like, actively follow any sport, it's only going to be MMA.
Yeah.
So.
It's only good. I don't know. I have very strong. I'm not going to lie. I'm really pissed that sports season is coming back and the NFL season just fucking started. Because, like, all the conversations now with, like, comic friends, whereas, like, we were riffing and busting jokes, is just going to be fucking 3 hours of them listing off fucking other dudes' fucking stat lines. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, like honestly...
It's like a second language to me.
And here's the thing, like, the only athletes I really know by name, right, are, like, the big ones in basketball, like LeBron James and, like, Kevin Durant.
Yep.
And then in football, it's like, I know my team's quarterback and, like, maybe a wide receiver or two, and then, like, a couple of the other quarterbacks in the league, and, like, a couple of wide receivers, and maybe a couple of running backs. Just because I've, played fantasy football for so long, but I don't really give a fuck. You know, I just hope that the guys I picked blindly, after showing up late to a fantasy football draft, like, do well. Even though I don't even know who I picked, I'm just like, yeah, I look at the list of, like, who the top guys are, and I just pick those guys.
Yeah, just keep going until they're gone.
Yeah, until they're all gone. So, like, I really don't know fuck all about stat lines and shit. And I don't give a fuck to follow that. Like, I really don't give a shit. But I will follow... And before I even get to MMA, soccer... I've played soccer for 20 years at this point. I couldn't give a fuck about soccer on TV.
Yeah.
It is my favorite sport.
So terrible.
It is my favorite sport on the planet. God forbid I have to watch a fucking soccer game on TV unless it's an international USA game. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't know who's on my team. I don't know
None of the names.
what team. Dude, I don't even know the fucking team names half the time. And I coach, ref, and play soccer.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Super fun. It's a terrible sport.
It's a fucking boring
watch,
ass TV
to watch.
sport.
It's so fun to play.
So fun to play.
So fun to play.
And it's great exercise. You run a lot. You get in great shape. You don't know a soccer player is in bad shape. But, I mean, except for me. I'm in terrible fucking shape right now. But I'm still in better shape than the majority of the populace.
Why I think the UFC is better than every other sport, though,
Tell me.
is simply because, right, like, think about, like, the pinnacles, right, not the pinnacles, but, like, obviously there's great moments of, like, winning in other sports. But, like, when are the most interesting moments of other sports games? Like, the Malice at the Palace? Like, it was
how
like...
many people died?
Yeah, it's fights, dude. Like, when a fight breaks out at a hockey game, you're like, oh, shit, yes. Like,
How many people went to sleep during a soccer
you just want to see people fight, dude. That's it. That's what you
I
really
want to see
want.
bodily injury.
Yeah. That's what you want. Like, if a
High
game,
stakes.
if you are like chilling there and you're like, this is kind of all right, and then somebody starts fighting, you go, oh, that's you're a fighting fan. You're not a sports fan. You like to watch fucking, like, you know what I'm saying?
You ever heard a whole bar just go, ooh, in a fucking soccer game? No. It's never happened. Oh, he did the move. He did the... No one gives a fuck unless you score.
Yeah,
and there's maybe 2 to 3 exciting moments in a soccer game in 90 minutes of play.
Yeah.
Plus stoppage time, plus halftime.
Just building it up. Yeah.
No, thank you. Football, okay, there is the violence present, right? Because it's some of the biggest men on the planet running into each other as fast as they possibly can. But unless there's like a truly disgusting hit, no one cares. It's like, oh, it's just another tackle by Ramad Shaw from Alabama State.
Ramad Shaw.
Like, you know, so it's like, and like, again, those get highlighted when there's a crazy fucking hit.
Yeah.
But that's why they get highlighted, because it was a crazy hit, not a crazy football play. It was a hit.
Yeah.
You're like, that guy's hurt for real.
We want to see people go, ooh, like it's the visceral reaction that we have as humans where we go, ooh, shit.
Yeah, we're like,
oh, that.
It's why America's Funniest Home Videos, why like everyone loved watching people get hit in the balls.
Jackass, dude.
Because it like it hurt.
Jackass in general. You just go, oh shit. And you do like the big plays every once in a while when somebody, you know, it is
like
cool.
a crazy touchdown.
Yeah,
or like
crazy.
over 3 guys. Because you're like, that's a physically impressive act.
Yes. But how often does that happen?
How often
like
does it happen?
3 times in a season where there's like these crazy plays where it's like, holy shit, he did that. You know?
Yeah, like a one-handed outstretched catch where you're like, yeah.
Like that
only
OBJ.
that guy could have done that.
Yeah, exactly. Like
And
the
that's
OBJ
that's
play.
Cool. But to watch a game for 3 hours to see that guy maybe do that one time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Bananas.
Like
You watch the UFC for 5 minutes, and you're like, that guy's been punched in the face 700 times. And all of them look painful.
Yeah. You've run out of ahs and oohs where you're just literally at the point where you're just like, God, just like
kill him. Kill him. Those punches are doing shit. You gotta kick him in the face. Like you gotta you're bringing the stakes up like drastically with a sport like that. You know, anytime someone has the chance of just like getting absolutely obliterated, knocked out, and like in football, right? People do get knocked out in football, but like it's like a hush over the crowd, like oh no, everyone check on him. When someone gets fucking knocked out in the UFC, cheers, dude. Yeah. Fans excite, people celebrate. I saw a guy do a Fortnite dance over this dude's corpse one time, and I was like, that's embarrassing, but also incredible.
Got brain trauma, and then my boy hit a jig.
That guy's not gonna be able to walk forever. Like, that's the sport of MMA.
So
that is the coolest shit. And again, don't get it confused. We're not Joe Rogan bros. We're not Joe Brogans. You know, we like him. We appreciate it, but that's not why we like the sport, because we like comedy, and there's this weird interconnection with comedy and MMA.
Yeah, there is something
inherently different. It's kind of gay. I don't like that comedians are like MMA fans because of Joe Rogan. It's kind of embarrassing. It kind of ruins the sport for me. But
it does suck when a bunch of people do something and you're like, damn, I'm basic all of a sudden.
Dude, yeah, I don't want to be like that. Like,
yeah,
dude, I eat elk meat and I fucking watch. I do jujitsu now, and it's like, shut up, fucking loser. Like, have your own personality. Like,
do something else.
No, I like MMA and comedy, but I also don't like every other. I'm not gonna move to fucking Austin, Texas, And I'm not gonna fucking relax. It's embarrassing.
I will.
It's embarrassing, dude.
Comedy mecca, dude.
You're not gonna be the Cam whatever the fuck guy
man,
who just
Cam
fucking
Patterson.
blew up from Kill Tony.
Not bad. Yeah, I killed Tony, dude. I didn't get on that. One thing, so like with sports, I do want to say that like, why? So like sports betting is on the rise, like crazy.
Dude, it's on the up.
It's everywhere.
It's out of
There's
Vegas,
a million different websites.
Busted out of Vegas, dude.
It's super crazy. So like, I've been thinking about that though. Like, I'm like, bro, think about like the generation growing up. So like, I feel like there was like a limit on. Like society had kind of figured things out of like how we're gonna interact among human to human, but with the internet aspect, it's completely changed things, right? So it's like now we have like these kids. Because I was just thinking about that the other day, where I'm like, there's so many online gambling sites where it's like pretty easy to like fake it past. I'm like, how many kids are like watching their favorite YouTuber stealing like their parents' ID and then just like asking them for money and gambling at like the age of like 13? You know, like how many of those kids are like? Because there's kids doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I'm wondering like almost like the connection between like, you know, I think there's like why people like sports, because I've been trying to figure it out, because I like literally don't get it. I don't know. I get like the thrill and shit, but I think what a lot of dudes like is like they can analyze a fucking topic or like a situation and think for themselves like how something is going to go. And then they can be like, okay, I think this is going to happen because this person's going to do this, and I know how these people react. You know what I'm saying? And I want to like see if that's going to happen. So they like, hey, like this is how I analyze this situation, and this is how I think it's going to go. Let me see how it's going to go. Oh shit, it didn't go like that. Or they almost like get to like get assurance of like how they're thinking.
Nah.
You know? You don't think so?
Nah. I think it's a bunch of fucking loser dudes
Get the fuck.
who like their dad told them that they like sports. And, like, they, like, watch sports with their dad and, like, if they had one. Because you know those kids who only had moms, dude, don't love football. Okay? That's a fact.
That's where I'm at.
Right. Thank you, dude. So, like, yeah. Like, it's an inherited thing. Where, like, your culture around you has told you that we're a football family. We watch football. We think football is fun. Did any of us play football? No. But we love watching these giant hulking men run into each other for 4 hours on a Sunday.
That can't be it.
Dude, that's it.
That can't be
That's
it.
all it
That
is,
can't be
dude.
it.
I can name 10 people right now who, like, I look at them and I also know for a fact, after even looking at them, that they never played football. And they give so much of a fuck about, like, what this guy did this week.
You think they're just going, yeah, he hit people. He did good in the game.
No, they're not. They're legitimately following the stats, but only under the precursor that they've been raised to watch stats like their fucking dad did.
Because it strikes conversation or what?
No, because
what's
like
the reason? Why? Like why? Though? I don't get it.
because again, their dads told them to do it, and their dads told them to do it, and at the very beginning there was nothing else on television. It was the only entertaining thing they fucking had. Was these guys in leather hats running into each other with a leather ball and just trying to score points. That's all it was. And then as the years went on, we have a variety of more entertainment. We have so many more entertaining things than football, quite frankly. But we keep watching it because we've developed fan bases through the culture. What team do you root for if you had to watch football?
My home team, whoever I am, where I'm living.
The home team, right? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you root for the Lions?
Because I want there to be a celebration downtown that I could go hang out.
No, because you live around here.
But I just want there to be a party.
You grew up watching people root for the Lions and wearing Lions gear and fucking going to football games, and now you, by nature, are a Lions fan.
But wherever I move to, I'm going to be the fan of because I want to be
right, because that's the culture around you.
But it's
You're
it's
a homer.
literally because I want to be part of like
You wanna be
I don't
part of
care
something
about the
bigger.
sports. Yeah, I don't care about the sports. It's like, hey, if they win and I get this like hype ass moment, and then I get to go out in the city where everyone's just like, you know, normally people they just don't even know why they're happy. They're just like, hey, my team fucking won. I really like my life is still shit outside of this, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna fucking celebrate. Like I want to be in a moment like that of a city that's just like, you know, we're just fucking going hard. We're all happy for no fucking reason, just because of this fucking team.
There's only two types of fans. Okay? There are the type of fans that root for your home team, and they're the type of fans that root for who they think is the best player. Okay? No one's just a fan of, like, the fucking third string quarterback for Tampa Bay who doesn't live in Tampa Bay. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, If you really just like loved the craft of the sport, you'd know who like all these guys are, right? You'd be following you'd be like following their practices and like what's going on in the background and what their coaches are. And there are people who do that, right? But the vast majority of fans are like I know my team and I know the best players. That's it. You know who Patrick Mahomes is?
Yeah.
Because
that's mostly it,
he's
though,
really good, right?
The only people who know the rest are the people who are playing, like, NFL draft. What is it? Like, the fucking
Fantasy
thing?
football.
Yeah.
Me. I play that. But guess what? I don't even know those guys.
Yeah, it's just you're not invested, dude.
No, yeah. Why am I not invested? Because
you're not a real man and you don't like sports. You're not a real man, dude.
Care.
You're not a... That's what it is, though. It's like, you don't like sports, you must like dick.
You were raised to be a fan, dude. You were raised to be a fan. And you don't know why. If I asked you why you're a fan, you'd be like, I like it. And if I asked you why you liked it, you wouldn't really know. Or you'd come up with some bullshit reasons why you like it.
It's just an event that they have to look forward to, though. You know?
It's 18 weeks a year.
It's like something where it's just like, okay, this is coming up. Like, I have something to look forward to. I can go out and do this. I'm gonna get together with people. Because that's essentially what it comes down to. People start to realize that there's like, you know, they're like, oh, I literally just work.
Oh, yeah, the
and
culture?
I hang out with people and I don't do like, that's it.
Yeah,
like,
it's the culture,
I just
dude.
be bored as fuck. And then they're like, all right, well, I need something to do. Let me be a fan of this.
Again, I'm telling you, and most of these dudes, I'm going to use dudes particularly because I can speak to being a dude. If your dad was not a fan of football, the odds of you not being a fan of football are very high. You might be like an exception where you're like, yeah, I actually really like the sport. But I bet you, generally speaking, if you either didn't have a dad or your dad didn't like football, you couldn't give less of a fuck about football. Period. End of discussion. If you weren't raised by someone who liked it, the odds of you liking it are significantly lower.
To be fair.
And I would love to find, you know, the outlier. For them to be like, no, dude, I just love it because X, Y, and Z. I don't know why you love it. I know why I like watching it. It's because I used to watch it with my dad. That's it.
Just the nostalgia.
It is
the only reason it's still going.
Integrated into my soul that like I like watching the Lions. I don't even like watching other teams play football. Like I don't at all. I only like watching the Lions. Why? Because that's my team. Because I was born into it. I was just born into being a Lions fan. The fucking most repressed fan group in all of the NFL.
Are winning this year, dude. We need it. The scripts are going to be written. Dude. I'm telling you. They've given it to everybody else. They need it to LA because LA had a big population and all those people could get out. All those things. It's scripted. I think all sports are scripted. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting
You know
to the
why
point.
I don't want the Lions to win? You don't want to know why I don't want the Lions to win?
Why?
Because I work for the city. And if there's a big-ass fucking celebration in the city...
Death.
You know how many people are going to
Work.
get hurt? Or how many things are going to be lit on fire? Or how many people are going to die? How many people are just going to be in the street? You know how hard it is to drive an ambulance down a parade?
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it is wild. Yeah. Know why? Because it's not fucking supposed to be like that. That's not how humans integrate.
Nah,
okay?
dude.
And then next thing you know,
fire, dude.
there's a fucking... I bet you... So the population of Detroit has 700,000 people. Okay?
Yeah.
I bet you there's fucking 3 million people in the city. I bet you if we won a Super Bowl, there are 3 million people in the city for the Super Bowl parade, which we've never had. Okay? We've never had a Super Bowl parade. Right?
You think we just can't have it anymore because it'll destroy the city?
No.
Like they're like
no. I don't think it'll destroy.
We're not gonna have an economy boost. We're gonna actually it would ruin us.
No. The city will be better for it. Don't get me wrong. But my job will be harder.
It's selfish as fuck.
Dude, 100%. My job will be harder. Like that's what it is. Like my job will be harder.
I'm not trying to work, bro. Fuck them.
Dude, no.
Rooting for the Lions to win so you don't have to work.
I work plenty.
That's funny.
I have to be, the people who I work with, rather, in Detroit, have to be some of the hardest working people in our field in the country.
Some fucking dogs.
Okay, fire and EMS. We have to be some of the hardest working people in the country in terms of fire and EMS. Shit burns down every day. People fucking die all over the city, all the time, all hours of the week. Okay?
Yeah.
Shot, stabbed, heart attacks, fucking whatever kind of nonsense they call for. My toe hurts, whatever.
I got gout.
Yeah, I got dude. Literally, yeah, 100%. That's not a joke. Yeah, I've had that too. Like I've had all of it. So I just think about a fucking parade. Now again, if it happens on the day I don't work, then I hope we win. I hope we win it all, baby. I hope we fucking go all the way. But if it's on a day that I work, and that's the day the parade is,
Dependent.
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed that I have to be, and
I'm gonna go set some shit on fire just cause he.
dude, and that's like I've been to Michigan State.
I
I know what happens when they lose, right?
burn it.
God forbid Detroit wins everything.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to lose,
Yeah,
dude.
it would be wild. It would be chaos in the streets.
Dude, it'll be.
We just destroy the city. How funny would that be if it goes back to like old school riots
Yeah, like
because we won?
1950s Detroit
Like we're
riots?
so excited that we just start destroying things.
That's what will happen. That is, I guarantee that's what will happen.
We didn't break it up. All right, bro. We gotta wrap this up. This has
All
been
right,
fun.
guys. Hey,
This has been
has
episode
been
2
Drinking
of
Drinks.
Drinking Drinks. Sponsor us. Black Tar Heroin. Fucking use it.
BTS,
We'll see you guys.
Buffalo Trace, sponsor us. Breeze, sponsor us. We're still looking for Bush Light, sponsor us. Hey, shout out to the Instagram at Zach Evans.
It's Steve Cass Comedy. I made
Steve
merch.
Cass Comedy
I
and
fucked
Steve
it up.
Cass Comedy. Follow him.
Big dicks in the ass. Big dicks in the ass.
Big
Big
dicks in the
bitch.
ass.
If you want to see Noah
Don't-
get injured in Detroit. All right.
Yeah, get hurt.
Peace.